Do you remember when we had high hopes for social media and its power to bring people together and topple dictators? Well, today, to protect their wealth and avoid accountability, big tech oligarchs behind Meta, X, Google, and TikTok are siding with disinformation superspreaders, including US President Donald Trump, emboldening far-right and authoritarian leaders around the world. In the case of Meta, owner of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Threads, which serves over 3 billion people with content daily, CEO Mark Zuckerberg is sacking fact-checkers.
We're going to get rid of fact-checkers
and weakening hate speech policy to allow more abuse towards women, immigrants, and LGBTQ plus people.
The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff.
These voluntary company standards meant to safeguard elections and human rights never really mattered to big tech CEOs. Last year, over 65 countries held elections in one of the biggest election megacycles. We demanded that the companies invest more in fact-checking and safeguards. But they did the opposite. What followed was a deluge of disinformation and hate speech that undermined the integrity of the ballots and incited violence against women, LGBTQ plus people, Muslims, and migrants. In some countries, innocent people died as a result. In South Africa, xenophobic content flooded social media, endangering migrant workers, while X helped spread conspiracy theories about the election being rigged.
This election was rigged!
In late 2023, prior to the elections in South Africa, which happened in 2024, we submitted fire requests to TikTok, Google, and Meta, not only to determine what their content moderation policies were for general posting of ad tech, but also for election misinformation, disinformation policies. We received a response from Meta saying that our law doesn't apply to them because they don't run their company in South Africa. TikTok engaged with us slightly, but then hid behind a wall when the legal requests came about, and Google were unresponsive. We continue to care about this issue, and we're going to continue to push for it so that we can have greater tech justice within the South African space. But the social media companies and the South African government need to come to the table, or else we're just going to be punching brick walls.
In India, Meta's platforms amplified illegal and harmful anti-Muslim hate speech, disenfranchising Muslim voters and sometimes inciting deadly violence.
The disinformation campaigns that we see in India are extremely vigilante in its nature. Many of the people believe in the political disinformation and tend to become radicalized. And this is something that I've seen on ground quite a lot. I had gone to a state called Uttarakhand to report, and over there I saw how the radicalized Hindus, the far-right Hindus, they were harassing Muslims just because they had seen disinformation online that Muslims tend to seduce their Hindu daughters in order to increase their Muslim population. It's a conspiracy called Love Jihad in India, and very, very viral conspiracy, and people do believe in this. And then the Muslim men were beaten to death. This disinformation, these campaigns, this lack of regulation is deadly in countries like India.
Tunisia, the birthplace of the Arab Spring, where activists used social media to organize the overthrow of authoritarian rule a decade ago, is where online freedom has died. And Facebook is happily cashing in on becoming the new dictator's megaphone of choice.
Facebook played a major role in the delegitimization campaign against the civic space actors and opposition. The president narrative against NGOs started against NGOs who are working on migration, but also who supported sub-Saharan African and migrants when he was against that. So he kind of took it personally.
تتلقى بدورها أموالا طائلة من الخارج. وهؤلاء الذين يقومون على هذه الجمعيات أكثرهم خونة وعملاء.
And then he started saying that foreign funds are the resources we are using to finance our activities that are targeted against the best interest of the Tunisian people. And this conspiracy, civil society is the agents of global forces. And then people started kind of supporting this and at some point doing the work for the regime and building up on this campaign until NGOs started to be investigated and still human rights defenders imprisoned and in jail for this moment.
Tech platforms also distributed pornographic deepfakes targeting female candidates running in local elections in Brazil. That happened despite Brazil outlawing the dissemination of deepfakes.
O que aconteceu de diferente nessa eleição municipal é que, primeiro, a deepfake, o uso de vídeos fabricados, pelo menos foi a primeira vez que eu tive que lidar com isso. Eu, ao longo de toda a campanha, tive que lidar, de ver isso, com vídeos pornográficos que eram produzidos usando a minha imagem, e para mim estava muito claro, o objetivo era me descredibilizar, era dizer, você não pode levar uma mulher a sério, você não pode levar a Tabata a sério. O custo de você produzir uma deepfake durante uma eleição contra uma mulher é zero nesse país. Todas as provas foram apresentadas, documentadas, e o máximo que a gente conseguiu foi que alguns vídeos fossem deletados depois de alguns dias, quando esses vídeos já estavam nos celulares das pessoas, já estavam no WhatsApp das pessoas. Então, para mim, é a impunidade que explica tudo isso. E se eu acho que as plataformas têm responsabilidade nesse processo, 100%.
All of this happened before big tech billionaires joined forces with Trump to avoid accountability and enrich themselves even more.
The future is gonna be amazing!
Can you imagine how much more harm they're going to cause to societies and democracy now? We refuse a future where big tech platforms wreak havoc across the world with no consequence. We're joining forces with those who believe in a just and democratic future to fight back against unaccountable big tech. So join our call to action for global tech justice.